Welcome back for another video. Double Gameweek 33 and blank Gameweek 34 just announced, so let's react to that and let's run through the plan of my team for Gameweek 31 and beyond. So it's a pretty underwhelming wildcard, all things considered. 49 points all out, small red arrow. Fine margins really, like Gabriel going off injured, Arsenal conceding stoppage time. Would have been a pretty solid green arrow if they'd held on there. A blank from Captain Cielo, along with a blank from Triple Palace attack against Southampton. I really fancied at least one of them to get a return between the three of them, but yeah, nothing from Eze, Sarr or Mateta. Marmish, Konate, Vardy are all great though. Martinez and Murphy with returns on my bench, but it was never in consideration to start them, to be honest with you. But yeah, devastating news as Gabriel is going to miss the entire remainder of this season for Arsenal after going off with that hamstring injury, and he's going to require surgery on it. He'll be back next season. Awful news right before the Champions League ties with Real Madrid as well. Not relevant for FPL, but it's just such a shame. Isak also taken off with a potential groin issue. It's absolute worst timing, all these issues cropping up when the focus was meant to be on the double game weeks, which had just been announced. Arsenal will have a double game week away to Ipswich and then home to Palace. Aston Villa will have Newcastle home, Man City away. Crystal Palace are home to Bournemouth and then away to Arsenal. And lastly, Man City are away to Everton, then home to Villa. All four of them will blank straight after in Gameweek 34. So for me and my team and my chips, that's the logical week to use the free hit. If you've used yours already, then obviously just make sure you can scrape a team together in the blank. The other bit of news is that, as predicted, Nottingham Forest and Brentford's game will move to midweek in Gameweek 34, so they won't blank, a single game week for them. So let's run through the team and transfer plans for Gameweek 31. With Martinez facing Forest, the logical thing to do is to start Raya again, this game week away to Everton. The good news is they're top of the clean sheet odds again, 49.5% chance. These are the odds for all the teams for you. Newcastle was second this game week, Spurs and Liverpool joint third. The bad news is no Gabriel in the heart of the defence. Might be Gabriel that comes in, as Arteta tends to favour a left-footed centre-back in left centre-back. He does have the choice of using White there if he's fit, but he won't have that benefit of left-footed. So my back three is therefore changed with Gabriel dropping to the bench. It's Vardy, Konate and Burn. To be fair, job well done by Konate last match. I needed 6 points, that was the expectation or the hope, and he delivered on that. With a bit more time to weigh up the wildcard, I might have picked slightly different defenders, such as Konsa for example, but I mean, Liverpool's defence has been incredible this season, and he did tick the box as someone that I can play for a few game weeks in a row, and he should be handy for Leicester at Game Week 33 when the plan is to bench boost. It's the Manchester derby on Sunday, City away at Old Trafford. I had actually planned to bench Vardy this game week, but then he comes back into the starting 11. I'm hoping that Kuzanov's back for this one, which would obviously afford Gvardiol the left back spot if Pep wants to play him there, where he actually provides goal threat as opposed to centre back. He's such a complete defender, isn't he? My other option is to play Wan-Bissaka, who's home to Bournemouth. Which one would you rather? And lastly, Big Dan Burton versus a Leicester side that have scored in just one of their last 10 outings. Huge relief as he avoided a yellow card last game week. He needs to avoid one in this next game, and then he's guaranteed to avoid a yellow card suspension for the double game week because he's 2 away. Leicester have conceded 94 headed goal attempts this season. That's more than any team in the league. I'll absolutely lose it if I get a Burn bullet header finding the back of the net this game week. So onto the midfield, which is Sarr, Eze, Palmer and Salah. I'm really in two minds about starting both Sarr and Eze. It was just one of those days last game week, they just weren't at their best. I do think Palace are a really solid attack overall. The problem really is I can't decide which one I'd rather bench because I've got Murphy on the bench who does have Leicester. So the plan currently is to just start both of them, and it is a home fixture for them. But yeah, Murphy's fixture, it is better, but maybe his minutes aren't quite as good on paper. I was playing around with my scout tables and I was actually amazed here to see how good Sarr's numbers have been over the season. 12.75 expected goal involvement. Salah, Palmer and Bumo, Bruno and Kluivert with only mids higher, and obviously I think all of those are penalties. Yeah, all of them are. So in terms of non-penalty XGI, Sarr's numbers have been immense, and all of those feel like they've been amazing in terms of their individual seasons compared to Sarr. And if you are wondering, Eze's XGI is 9.5, which ranks 21st among midfielders. So if I had to pick one, I think it'd have to be Sarr to start. Salah gets the captaincy. Again, the original plan was to go with Isak, but a lot's changed in just one game week in the FPL landscape. It sounds like he'll be fine, and he probably will play, but I just don't want to chance it. It's a fixture that Hal might look at and fancy playing Wilson, but they're more than capable of getting a result without Isak starting. The captaincy widget on the app's never been this close. Solanke, Salah, Palmer and Son all on 5 stars, and Bumo 4 stars. Very few of us have got Spurs assets, but Palmer could be the best upside chasing captain, as most managers are going to default to Salah this week. We said in last week's videos, Marmoush is the upside chasing captain, and it came off, to be fair. Well played if you went Marmoush. Next game, it's got to be Palmer, especially with Jackson and Madueke back. So yeah, we're going to back the captaincy widget this week, and we'll go with Salah captain, Palmer vice. Leading the line is the wildcard template attack. It's Marmoush, Mateta and Isak. These guys are absolutely everywhere. I mean, Marmoush, he's just too good to pass up on with Haaland out till around Gameweek 36 or 37. And by the way, the Premier League also announced Gameweek 36's fixtures in that announcement today. No Monday night game suggests that they are indeed lining up a double Gameweek 36 for the FA Cup finalists, along with whoever they will have faced in Gameweek 37. So it could be, for example, Villa and Man City that have a double Gameweek 36. So yeah, this is actually why I landed on Martinez in my last minute wildcard. In Gameweek 36, Arsenal are away to Liverpool. Meanwhile, Martinez might have a double game week if Villa can reach the final by knocking Palace out in the semis. I'll be kind of amazed if my Palace triple up actually starts all games across the 2 doubles. It's such a chaotic schedule for them, but fingers crossed they do. Mateta's seemingly still getting up to speed, still getting his confidence back after that horrendous injury. And you can't blame him really, and obviously he's happened to play with head protection on as well, which I guess isn't ideal for him. Glasner clearly felt that he's not quite up to speed yet, and he did make that early sub last match before 60 minutes even. If we get a really clear, positive update on Isak before the deadline, then he'll be my captain still, but yeah, without that, I'm not willing to take the chance while he's a slight doubt. He's had a groin issue a few times before, if I recall, and it seems to be a reoccurrence. Hal said he wasn't feeling 100% and he wasn't feeling sure in his movement, and then he just said hopefully he's okay. So the bench is Martinez, Murphy, Wan-Bissaka and Gabriel. Is benching Murphy to start triple Palace attack crazy? Like, who do you bench between Mateta, Eze and Sarr for him if you do bench one? I left myself with 0.5 mil in the bank on the wildcard just in case it's needed somewhere. I mean, right now I can't see anywhere it might be needed, but things could change. I mean, Palmer immediately dropped in price and Saka rose when I used the wildcard, so that was 0.2 mil gone already. So the question is what to do with Gabriel. Well, the plan this week is to roll. I could buy Saliba right now and bench Vardy. I'm just not feeling a rush to make a move right now. Then in Gameweek 32, I could play the same back 3 again. If I do that, then in Gameweek 33, I'll finally decide exactly what to do with 3 free transfers. It might cost me a point or 2 not moving now, but I really want to stay flexible and try and nail the bench boost as best I can. I mean, it's already looking tight due to one forced transfer on Gabriel, and that wasn't part of the plan. Gameweek 33 might be something like Gabriel to Saliba, Palmer to Saka, Isak to Watkins, or maybe Murphy to Savinho, or even both for a -4. But yeah, whichever way I shape it, the plan will be Gabriel to Saliba. I need to think about it more. Maybe I'll do it this game week, but I think rolling's fine this week and just give myself some time to react to other potential injuries. So yeah, just to show you in terms of on-plan FPL so you can see how it looks. This is Gameweek 32. So it'll be Sarr, Eze, Mateta, Isak, Murphy and Burn all doubling. So maxed out there with 6 doublers. Marmoush is going to have to be on the bench for that game. I've got a choice between playing Raya home to Brentford or Martinez away to Southampton. And then in Gameweek 33, if I did make all of those 4 moves, it'd have to be a -4 now. So Watkins, Savinho, Saliba and Saka coming in. Then I'd have 11 players with a double game week. It's not showing the fixtures here yet, but that'll update at some point soon. So Villa would be the only team that I'm not tripled up on, so 11 out of 12 doublers. And that feels really solid. And then I'll free hit in Gameweek 34. So thanks for watching. The final upload tomorrow as we catch up with the experts and what they're doing for this game week. There'll be a Gameweek 31 wildcard in that and all those good things. So hit subscribe so you don't miss out. See you soon for the next one.